Hello everyone, my name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own kingdom that we call life. This is a monthly horoscope reading for all water sign energies. Now when I say that, what I mean is all water signs, Scorpio, Cancers, and Pisces. This could be your sun, your moon, your rising signs, or anywhere in your chart because we're going to cover a broad area of energies from your general energy to your headspace, your heart space, your career, and those kinds of things. So it's just those energies that we deal with in the world. Water signs for February of 2020. So if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would like to welcome you. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and click the button. You can also leave a like and a comment on my video, and I appreciate every single one of you who does, even those who don't. Also, if you have a recommendation for me as a reader, if you feel like you really resonate with me and there's a topic you really want me to do, put it in the comments. I will see it. I see all the comments all the time. So don't be afraid to hit that request line, okay? Okay. I also offer the personalized readings for really good prices, and all of that information is down in the description box. Where else? So without further ado, we are going to get started with the monthly energies for February of 2020. Whew. That was a flawless intro. Okay. So the general monthly energy, two cards actually came out. So the first card that came out is number 16, Clear Your Energy, adds up to a 7. We also have number 43, Innocence. It's actually the crown chakra, and that also adds up to 7. So we got a 7 and a 7 compounding right here. So this Clear Your Energy is definitely a destructive, restarting, stabilizing energy, really building your foundation from something that was in shambles, that was a mess. It could have been your daily life, your daily schedule. It could have been just a section of your life. Your relationships could have been on the rocks. Your job could have been a little bit shaky, and just those kinds of disruptions, I feel like, are coming and going in your life right now. But also with the innocence, I feel like you're able to keep a really calm mind during this kind of trying time, but you're also being very idealistic, realistic. I feel like you're also planning ahead. Like perhaps you knew that things were going to be up in the air for a little bit, but you're already planning out how they're going to land and what they're going to form, how things are going to look in a week from now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, like I feel like you're really looking at the schedule of things and really carving out plans for yourself in the future and just carving out routine also throughout your day, because 7 to me is a life path number, and I feel like taking that down to like a minimal level is like your day-to-day lives. So yes, that I would say is kind of the monthly overall energy. Also, we'll move on. So the greatest challenge for you in this month of February 2020, it says you were born to create, but it's in reverse and it's the number 50. It's kind of hard to see what the image is up. Here it is upright. It's actually a dragon with like an egg, but upside down came out in reverse. So your greatest challenge, you could be someone who is very creative, and I feel like you're having very, very big creative blocks right now, perhaps. Because I feel like you were born to create in reverse. You could just feel lost of all inspiration. I feel like you could be a little bit unmotivated during the month of February 2020. Perhaps it's hard for you to stay focused and stay motivated. It could be hard for you to switch up routine too. So that could be like, this is the overall energy. Like I said, you're carving out a new routine and you're really carving and paving the way for your future. And you know that and you see that and you want to commit to it and stick with it and to see how it would play out in the long run and how to get results out of it. But I feel like it's hard for you to adapt to methods that aren't working with this clear your energy. You could be running into and experiencing blockages that you weren't expecting, like you were just innocent, it really wasn't much on your mind. You could run into blockages creatively or in work or in just problem solving solutions. So just try to get creative with those kinds of things in relationships and your communications, okay? Because I feel like that is a very big theme in your reading right now too, is how you communicate and interact with others. So just be careful of that. I feel like it's a manipulative energy, but not in a bad way at all. It's like you have a point that you're going, well, it's just, yeah, not bad manipulation. You should try to maybe, like kind of research it if you don't know. We'll get into it. Okay, so your greatest accomplishment for February of 2020, we have this openness. So there's actually constellations in there in the back. And okay, so when I saw this is your greatest accomplishment, or it can be your greatest strength right now too. So perhaps you're having a really strong connection with astrology and your signs. So really delve into, like watching several readings, or like actually looking at your birth chart and what's in position right now and how that's activating your birth chart in your day-to-day life, and really hone off on those. And those can, that could be your career, your relationships, your spirituality, and your physical body, just even all those habits can really line up. Sometimes it's scary. But I also got the message of micro and macroeconomics. You could be getting into economy and actually looking at stats and at stocks, really doing some investments, and really keeping an open mind to about where you want to see yourself in the future and what you want to have when you are in the future. Yes. You could be also you could be just having really vivid dreams as well, or you could be getting good rest. And if you are very lucky, because I'm a water sign and I'm not getting good rest. Moving on. So looking into your headspace, your mental space during February of 2020. Move all these cards down. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this just showed up for me, too, in the air reading, the air sign energy reading, but it was in reverse. So you have this upright, and ironically, right after it, you have the Three of Swords in reverse right after it. Wow. Some of you water signs could be definitely living out the single life right now, fully in your independence, avoiding all kind of heartbreak. You could just be totally focused on you and your point in your life, getting yourself stable and enjoying it and just coasting, okay? And coasting in a good way. Like, she looks like she's hardcore chillaxing. She's got enough money in her account to not worry about anything. Like, she's off work, life's good. You could be really, I think that February for these water signs energies is a particularly good month for you guys. February, if you are a Scorpio like me, fun fact, I am born exactly 9 months from Valentine's Day. I've heard the stories, okay? But also, I feel like water sign energy, around February, we would tend to think of Valentine's Day and whatnot more than the water signs themselves. So you could just be totally flourishing and, you could be feeling like literally like a rose that's been watered. You could be experiencing clear skin. Oh my God, right after that is the Star card. You could be just like, you could be glowing, okay? It could just be your month, for sure. You're just really taking time to take care of yourself. You could be working with your cardiovascular system, not even like knowing about it. But I feel like you are getting recognized too by a lot of people. People will see you walking around and they could probably just think that you are an absolute heartbreaker. Okay, you are the star. People could see you, like, they watch you at work when you like go to get drinks or something, or while you're drinking, people just watch you and they love that. They're like, wow, she sips so elegantly. I don't know, it's weird. There's someone that's admiring you from afar. You could be aware of it, or you could be admiring someone too, but you are definitely a focal point during February this month for some reason. At least you're putting yourself up there in the headlights, because I feel like you're feeling like the stars. So yeah, and I mean, you have the Knight of Pentacles right next to it, so you could be working towards, again, getting yourself stabilized in order, doing your taxes or getting your taxes back, that kind of stuff. Filing your taxes, because, you know, the taxes take a little bit. This is the Knight of Pentacles. It's a little bit slower than you would like it to be. You know, and this could also be like wanting someone else to come back into your life too, or finally getting off in a clean break on both sides. Perhaps you will both have healed from the situation. You could feel a little bit of a release during February, maybe. So, clarifying your emotions. Also, another thing that came out in your headspace, if you are with someone, you could have like a mini little argument before like the middle of the month, you know, like around Valentine's Day or later on in the month. You may have like a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a bicker, but I feel like you guys can take some time alone, like apart, and I feel like things will definitely soothe back down. And this person will come back around again. They could be a little bit more stubborn. They could be an earth sign. But yeah, moving on to your heart space and your emotions of February 2020. The first card out the deck is the number 6, the Lover's card. This is Gemini energy. Totally feeling the love, February water signs like none other. And that's also with the Ace of Swords. I keep wanting to say wands. I did that in the last reading. You could really be wanting to spend time with your loved ones, with your significant others during February, and really making plans to do things with them, not only today, but in the future. Wow, I just noticed that, well, it's just really weird. I have the star in the headspace, and right underneath that was Temperance, and like, those cards are very similar. If you think about it, I mean, they're both pouring and equalizing and stabilizing. So your head and your heart space line up exactly too. I mean, even the Three of Swords, the heartbreak is clarified by that Ace of Swords. Just, it's a very mirroring kind of energy. So your headspace and your heart space tend to be a little bit on the same page right now. I feel like you're really feeling your true emotions and really recognizing them and acting on them as they should be. So you could be, again, making plans with your spouse, your significant other, your friends, your family, people who you love and that are close to you, and wanting to go out and like have a good time with them. With this Temperance card, this is Sagittarius energy, but this is totally the life of the party. She's pouring drinks, okay, until the sun comes up. So I feel like you guys could have a really good time. Perhaps you go out on a date too. It could be something that you guys always do, but it could have just a little bit of a flair to it. You know, it could be doing it somewhere else, somewhere new, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I feel like it's a really outgoing month for you, emotionally and in your romantic life. Just very outgoing. Yeah. I feel like you could just be having some late nights in February and just really lavishing yourself and enjoying what you're doing. So like a weekend out feels like a weekend deserved, you know, kind of thing. So we also have with it the Three of Wands, and that's kind of that energy. I feel like looking out over what you did that weekend and just really being happy with how you're spending your time and where you're going and what you're dedicating yourself to, because again, I feel like you have some kind of commitment that you're putting yourself to, if it's your work that you're taking on or some goal that you're just literally putting yourself towards. I feel like you're just really going to feel good about it inside and out throughout February. And you could just be feeling really confident in your relationships as well. Perhaps you're just having a rejuvenation in things in the past, or maybe this Three of Swords And now throughout the month of February, things are just really healing and prospering and moving forward in an organic way. So, you guys, as again, Valentine's Day energy seems to be like really prominent. You guys could be having a lot of things popping up for you on Valentine's Day. If you're single and you're going out, people are noticing you. I'm telling you, you are this Nine of Pentacles. Very, very acknowledged. Along with the Star, okay? And people see you, if they see you out and they see you pouring and paying for your own drinks, they're gonna be like, nah. At the bottom of the deck, for some reason, this flipped out and it stuck with me. We also had the Six of Wands, okay? People are like, she rolled up on her own. They see you doing your own thing, and people like wanna surround themselves by you. But also, like, for Valentine's Day, too, don't be surprised if your significant other buys you some things or tries to spend a little bit of money on you because they want to see you all dolled up and nice and pretty. So, like, for some reason, the clothing thing came out for me. Okay, so moving on to your career and financing sector for February of 2020. We have number 3, the Empress, and this also came out for air signs, but I feel like the messages are a little bit different in this reading, but it's so weird to see how they collectively pull together and perceive different stories. Okay, so we have the Empress, number 3, and then right after it we have number 1, the Magician. This light is very odd right now. I apologize. It's been doing that. I think it might actually just be the deck, honestly. But okay, the Empress and the Magician. So this is your workplace. And again, I feel like you're definitely taking it into a spotlight with this Empress. She's definitely someone who is recognized, that is looked upon by peers and staffs of people of all ages, really. And with this Magician card, she's able to really capture people's attention and really educate them about what she's talking about. And also, I feel like if you have anything to do with your boss right now, they're definitely able to recognize you. And I feel like they have a preference over you. They have a preference for you over someone else. Because we have this Empress card, the Magician card, and then we have the Fool card. And I kind of took it, not at first literally, but that's kind of the message that came through, is that they don't have it out for the fool, okay? They don't like the foolish person in the workplace that everyone probably tends to laugh with, surround themselves with, kind of posse around him. And the leadership, the management in your workplace probably sees that, okay? They definitely see you as someone who is much more mature, that others do look up to in the workplace, but they also just like to probably boost this fool up higher than they need to be on their pedestal. We also have Justice right next to it. That Fool, it goes Fool, Justice, and then we also have the Moon card. So we have Libra energy, and we also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Along with Aries, the Magician, which is all signs, and the Empress. That's literally all major arcana. Plus you have the Lovers card in your heart space, along with Temperance. And then in your headspace, you have the Star. Literally in every single one. And then you have 2 more in your spirituality sector. Wow. Okay, like I said, this is a solid month for you guys, okay? You're feeling really strong energies, and I feel like water signs, who better to handle that strong, those kinds of aspects, strong energies. You guys can just flow with it so beautifully. I lost my place. Okay, so in your workplace, I feel like you don't have to try very hard. Other people make you look good by their mistakes. I mean, that kind of sounds bad, but it's just that's how things are working right now. With that Justice card and the Moon card, I feel like you're really about to have some kind of like blow up in the workplace, but no one really knows yet. It's still kind of a secret. It's still kind of bubbling under the water. Perhaps you have something up your sleeve that will bring you further recognition and perhaps a promotion with that Justice card. A really big bump. It's in the works, and it's gonna come up, and it's gonna be that hippo, and it's just gonna go and get it. Okay, you got this. I believe in you. The spirits believe in you. Okay. Whew. Y'all, it's gonna be some serious stuff. Okay. So, also you could be switching your shifts. That's another thing that came out for some reason. Like, that's kind of a shot in the dark, but you could be working a different work schedule or a new work schedule or even a new job, period. But people are already picking their favorites with you, okay? Okay. Moving on into your spirituality sector, so I can hurry up and close this out. We have the Two of Stones and also, again, the Fool, okay? So we're right underneath the career section with that Fool. I feel like there could be someone that you are in conflict with, the Two of Pentacles, and someone that could be representing this foolish energy that you could be kind of bickering with. Perhaps it's a little bit of work drama. Someone could be trying to just display their persona, their personality, and getting people to like them and such, but you just see right through it, okay? You see right through it, and it kind of rubs you the wrong way. But you could be very selective and very decisive. We have number 13, which is the Death card. Also with the King of Arrows or the King of Swords. I feel like you don't say much. You try to keep your mouth closed or like stay quiet or just be really precise about what you say and how you say it. That came out earlier with the openness for your greatest accomplishment. And also with this, you were born to create in reverse, came to problem solving type of situations or kind of having those blockages with how you communicate and how you express yourself. I feel like that's totally what this challenge is with the Fool. You kind of are having a little bit of self-expression problems, challenges and blockages. I feel like your vision of yourself has evolved and has strengthened. And that's also changing how you are going to start expressing yourself, perhaps on the outside with how you dress and what you wear. And I feel like you're a special someone. On Valentine's Day, would love to see you in something new or something sexy, you know. But also, you're just being really selective of how you talk to people and how you communicate to people and what they take away from what you say and how you act. But I feel like you do say how you feel with this Fool energy. When you don't agree with people, you're really learning how to vocalize and communicate without offending, without diving too deep, too fast, okay? With this Kingfisher, you're nice and slow, and you try not to offend. You're just really good at touching touchy subjects and saying difficult things to people and getting it across very smoothly, very soundly, and it's just a very beautiful kind of energy. And learning how to do that in communities, probably in groups of people, but also down to single people and single conversations and debating in groups. You could be totally someone who watches politics because this was macro and micro economies and stuff like that for your strengths right now. So you could be someone who's watching the politics right now and stuff like that, and it's into debating and into speeches and how to talk about touchy subjects with such tact and stuff like that. So perhaps you're just a really good talker. So that's kind of what's going on in your spirituality section. I did feel like the water and the air readings were really connected. The air sign energy reading for me was kind of rough, honestly. The water flowed a little bit more smoothly, but you guys had a lot of same cards and a lot of similar messages. So if you want, you can go ahead and watch that video on my channel also. I want to clarify though too, in the workspace, well, I mean, I already pretty much said the message. It was just another card that was at the bottom of the deck. It was the Nine of Pentacles in this deck, but it shows someone who's like a kid who's like an artist. Man, I need to get this lighting figured out. But yeah, and I feel like I said, you have a plan to really get yourself noticed. And I feel like you're really talented in your work and you're just establishing yourself without really having to try. I feel like you're just naturally good at what you do. And people just naturally love you in the way that you talk, apparently. You're a smooth talker. Alright, that is the end of your guys' video, water sign energies. So thank you for watching. If you really like the video and you feel like I resonate with you as a reader, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you want to check me out on other social media platforms, all of that information is down in the description box with my personalized reading prices. So please let me know in the comments what you thought, how it resonated with you, and please request any kind of video you would like to see from me, and I would gladly deliver that for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.